So when Lori left the house without telling us where she was going, I think both Ben and I panicked. Thank God he found her at their condominium.
You think she's beginning to remember
the
that?
night she was attacked? Yeah. Yes, I do. She's fighting it. That's why Ben's taking her back to Mercy today.
For what? Hey, now, Lori's gonna be all right. She's just trying to figure out...
Peter, this is just for an outpatient visit with Dr. Diedrichson.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to jump the gun there. This stupid English assignment's got me on edge, I guess.
Anything I can help you with?
Not unless you can compare and contrast short fiction to new journalism. 500 words. Hmm? Oh, the Chronicle.
Chronicle?
Yeah. I need an example of new journalism.
I hope it's here.
It is. It's hot off the press, Ma. Oh. Oh. Guess who's on the front page?
Let me see. Miriam.
Socialites' whereabouts remain a mystery. Hey, Gene wrote that.
Certainly no secret that he was planning to do an article on her, but I didn't expect to see it in this morning's paper.
Yeah. He interviewed Mr. Carpenter. What do you know?
Mr. Carpenter?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Same thing we've been saying all along. Where's Miriam?
I was hoping maybe she'd contacted him by now.
Well, she probably will once she reads this.
I hope so. But even if she doesn't, maybe somebody will see that has seen her recently.
Yeah, and call the police. Yeah, he mentioned here the abandoned car, and also where she was staying in Chesterfield.
You know, that's one thing that...
That's probably Gary. Just a second. Oh, brother.
The feeling's mutual.
Okay, Nancy, what brings you over here so early?
Hi, Terry. I was just in the neighborhood, and I thought I would stop by.
That's very original, huh, Ma?
Okay, Nancy, what's up?
Well, I wanted to talk about our house. Peter, would you be a sweetheart and get your Aunt Nancy a fresh cup of coffee, please? Please.
Well, there's really nothing more to discuss about the house. You know where I stand on the matter.
I know, Terry. You've come through loud and clear. You want to sell your half, but I know...
But what?
Well, Terry, I know you've always been a very open-minded kind of person.
Wow, that's something that you've never called me before.
No, it's true. I wish I were.
And Nancy, your coffee.
Oh, thank you. Peter, cream and sugar, remember?
It's on the table. Would you also like for me to read the paper to you?
No, that's all right. I've already seen it.
Oh, then you saw that article on Miriam. Did you read that?
Yeah, I just skimmed it. You know, I couldn't believe that. They gave her a front page, and, you know, when Tad took my jewelry, I got maybe 4 lines on the obituary page.
Well, it's not the headline of the day, but I do think that Miriam's story deserves that kind of attention. You know, she's probably got something...
Terry, look, if Miriam wants to play hide and seek, then that's fine with me. But I have more important things I'd like to talk about. Peter, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak with your mother in private.
If you don't mind, I haven't had breakfast yet.
Peter, I think maybe it would be better if Nancy and I discuss this privately. Won't be long. Okay, Nancy. Now, what exactly do you want to discuss?
Unbelievable. Absolutely and totally unbelievable. Never before have I seen such incompetence.
You can at least give me a chance to tell you what
kidnapped
happened
the
here.
wrong person. That's what happened, you idiot.
It was a mistake. Even you could have made.
Miss, Mason. That is your name, isn't it?
Yes,
Well, tell the man your name, your full name.
Miriam Carpenter Mason.
What would you say that she's worth?
The carpenter, I'd say she's worth about 100 grand. Is that too high?
Guess again.
200 grand.
I did a little demographic work on Carpenter's background, and he's going to come up with more like
400 grand? Hey, boss. Are you ready for this?
Whatever it is, it must be good. You look like you've been playing with matches again. What's up?
Well, let me tell you what I got set up for our little friend, Wes Weaver. He's not here yet, is he?
No, he's probably at home combing out his mustache.
Yeah, well, I'd like to comb out his face.
Easy does it, easy does it. Our little prince still has to be handled with care. Now, enlighten me with this, plan of yours.
Well, it's like this, man. I just left Paula's house.
I take it the young lady was her usual agreeable self.
Oh, I did everything I could to keep from beating the tramp black and blue. She wants out.
Well, unfortunately, I can't accommodate her. She's a lucrative investment like all of my girls.
Exactly, and she needs to be taught a lesson.
Well, that's your department.
Yeah. Why not make it Weaver's? What do you say we let the boss's college boy come down hard on our little teenage runaway?
I can see what you're planning.
Yeah. I say he'll puke his guts out before he can ever lay a hand on a poor little innocent thing like Paula.
I just wonder about that.
Now, we got to make an example of Paula just like we did with Basra. I mean, like we tried to do with Babs.
That's better.
Oh, come on, man. I put her in the hospital.
Yeah, when you were supposed to put her in the morgue.
All right already. The subject is Paula here, not Babs. Now, what do you say?
Yeah. Let's see if the college boy can stomach the action. We'll call it a promotion from the loan department.
No, I tell you, the little boy's pudding.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Hope we get Cardello's kid off our backs soon. The safer I'll feel.
Ronnie, I'm back.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Lane.
What's this?
It's your paper.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That's perfect.
Anything for my sugar.
How come all my girls aren't as good as you, huh?
I guess they just haven't found out which side their bread's buttered on.
Lance, I want Paula to answer like Ramona here when you're finished with her, understood?
Sure, but don't you think Weaver ought to be here now?
Oh, don't worry about him. I'm sure he'll be on time.
I'm beginning to enjoy babysitting him.
What is Carpenter trying to pull?
What is it, Ron?
He can't be that stupid. He can't be!
What is it?
Well, what do you want to hear first? The good news or the bad news?
I thought we were going to talk about the house.
Yeah, well, give me a chance and we'll talk about it.
Well, Nancy, I do have to work today.
All right, I'll tell you the bad news.
I had a feeling you would.
The court is not going to release my jewelry. The prosecuting attorney gave me a call yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he'd be able to help.
Yeah, well, I did too. And in fact, he really wanted to, especially knowing the hardship I was under. But Tab's attorney gets the final say, and he flatly refused.
So you mean your jewelry won't be returned until after Tab's trial?
Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, it's already been established as evidence by both sides.
Nancy, you seem to be taking all of this pretty well. Is there something you're not telling me that's had this change in attitude?
Yeah, that's the good news. I got a loan.
A loan?
Yeah, for $500. It was a breeze. I mean, they didn't even check my credit or anything.
Where? A bank or a savings and loan or
No,
what?
I wouldn't waste my time with any of those places. No, this was a private financial institution. But they're very confidential, though.
Yeah, but Nancy, a $500 loan isn't going to allow you to clear all your debts. It's only going to compound them. Pretty soon you're going to have to repay the loan and... Oh, I get it.
Get what?
You're here to borrow money to repay the loan, aren't you?
No, Terry, look it. You've already made yourself clear on that. I get the message. You're not going to lend me any more money.
It's for your own good. Believe it or not, Nancy, I really am trying to help you. But I'm not going to be writing out a check to you every time you ask me because that's not going to do any good.
No, I agree with you. I think you're doing the right thing. No, I mean it. I'm not here to borrow any money. I just wanted to ask you a favor, just a small one.
Uh-huh. How small?
Oh, it's not very complicated. You know how easy I told you I got the loan?
Yeah.
Well, I found out that I can get a second mortgage on my half of the house just as easy from the same place.
I don't understand what this has to do with me.
Well, don't you see, Terry, if I got a second mortgage, I could pay off all of my bills as well as the loan. All you have to do is co-sign for the loan for me. No, really, I just need your signature because, you see, I only own half the house and we need the two signatures on it. But it's very, very simple. In fact, I'll drive you down there myself.
Nancy, I'm not going to do this.
Terry, you've got to do it for me. I need the signature.
Nancy, will you please try to understand? This is not
Terry, you
going to...
said that you were going to help me. Now, why don't you do it? This is what I need for you to sign it for me.
Nancy, I'm not going to be railroaded into any more of your schemes. I will not co-sign the loan.
No, I warned Carpenter not to go to the police!
Playing hijinks. 400 grand and his daughter's life is at stake.
Oh, that jerk double crosses. He's gonna pay for it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This article's just a missing persons report. And Carpenter's quoted as not knowing where Miriam Mason is.
Yeah, but what about the police, Ron?
Police aren't even connected to him, just that they found Miriam's car. So, Carpenter isn't as foolish with his daughter's life as we thought he was.
No, I don't trust the guy. Let's get rid of Miriam right now.
And throw away 400 grand?
The 400 grand's not worth blowing the whole operation. This chick's been trouble from the beginning. You said so yourself. No broad is worth that.
That's where you're mistaken, my friend. You see, someone like you could never learn to appreciate a woman like Miriam Mason. That's why you're my stable master. Because all women are the same to you.
That's right. They're all the same, pal.
The deal is still on with Carpenter.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, thank you for your input. But I want you to make another call to Carpenter this afternoon. He's the one who needs warning.
Yeah, when?
Now! I want you to call from a payphone and just find out what's happening with Mr. Charles Carpenter. Send him our regards and tell him that we're unhappy with what's on the front page.
I hope the patients won't mind these outdated magazines.
Well, anything to keep them busy while they're waiting. Thanks for bringing them in.
Oh, don't thank me. You can thank my grandson. He got these from the paper drive with the Scouts.
You know, our main complaint around here is having nowhere to sit. You know, you sure could use a few more chairs.
Oh, don't worry about them. That'll come. You know, there was something else I was supposed to remember this morning.
Yeah, if it's about Ben, I already know he won't be in.
Oh, that's what it was. Did he change schedules again on me without telling me? Monday was supposed to be his day at Kingsley General.
Well, he's not at Kingsley. In fact, by now, he and Laurie are at Fairmont.
At Fairmont, Laurie's not gone back to Mercy Hospital.
Only for a checkup.
Oh, I'm so concerned. I was worried maybe she had gotten worse.
No, I talked to Ben briefly last night, and he told me he thought that Laurie was beginning to remember the rape attempt. That's why he wanted her to see Dr. Dietrichson.
Oh, well, maybe Dr. Dietrichson can get her to open up. That girl can't go on holding inside what's happened to her forever.
Yeah, that's true. I only hope she can handle the memories now. Do you know where Ben found her yesterday?
Where?
At their condominium. She took off without anybody knowing.
Oh, mercy. Terry must have been out of her mind.
Yeah, that's, I think so. She and Terry are very close, right?
Oh, yes, they are close.
I used to be close to my daughters. Say, is this today's Chronicle? I wonder if Stacy has a byline yet.
Oh, yes, I brought the morning edition, and Jean has a story in it.
See that? That's great.
It's about Miriam.
I see. She's still missing, huh?
Yes, and wherever she is, the good Lord has her engraved in the palm of his hand. And you know what?
What's that?
Even though your daughters may not be missing like Miriam, he's going to bring you all back together again, close like a family.
I can't believe the gall of Gene Redmond. I specifically ordered him not to write a word about Miriam.
Charles, you just calm down now. I mean, I know how you feel.
So what's he do? He spreads it all over the front page.
Charles, that article on Miriam isn't even a lead story.
And there'll be a follow-through with a banner. Now, you know what paper Miriam was holding up in the photo the abductor sent us, right? Now, there's no way in the world he hasn't seen the Chronicle.
Has he contacted you again?
No.
I hate to keep bringing it up, Charles, but I think that we should have brought the police in on this in the first place. Look, they could have tapped into your telephone line. They could have taken that letter that you got from the kidnapper, sent it to the laboratory for analysis. There are any number of things that we could have done.
We're going to handle this matter my way.
Charles, I'm afraid that you're just not being rational about it.
No police. Clear?
Okay.
Good. I see that I must show Mr. Gene Redland that I'm a man of my word. He doesn't know it yet, but his journalistic career is about to end.
Well, what are you going to do?
I told him I'd sue if he followed through on this story. And now he's going to have to suffer the consequences. I want you to institute legal action against Gene Redland personally and also against the Chronicle.
Mr. Turner, would you come in, please?
Yes, I'm putting you down for an appointment for tomorrow. Yes, you'll be seeing Dr. Dave Phillips. Well, thank you so much for calling. All righty, bye.
Hi.
Oh, Terry, what are you doing here?
I'm on my way to work, but I thought I'd drop these magazines off for you. Ben mentioned that the clinic needed some.
Oh, I brought some from home myself.
Say, judging from that appointment book, looks like the clinic has found favor in this community.
Oh, I tell you, Dr. Phillips will go nonstop if I would just let him.
He could really use Ben's help today, couldn't he?
Oh, no, he needs to be with Laurie. You'll see, as soon as they both get back from Fairmont, things will straighten up around here.
Well, if they come back. Peter jumped to the conclusion this morning that Laurie's going to be readmitted to Mercy Hospital. But I didn't tell him. Dr. Diedrichson may keep her there for quite a while.
Oh, Terry, you shouldn't think like that.
I own Laurie is starting to remember that horrible night she was attacked. I don't know if she can cope with it.
Well, Terry, it's important that she recollect those memories so that they can heal.
Terry.
Oh, hello, Dave.
It's good to see you again. Don't tell me you're coming down here to be my patient, too.
No, I'm afraid not. I'm on my way to work, and I'd better get going before I'm late.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted to take you on the 5-cent tour. You know, we've got a new table in the examining room since you've been here, and a couple of new petitions, and what else came that we needed, Dr. Phillips?
Well, the coat rack. Now, that's an item that on the tour you don't want to miss.
The coat rack? No, I'm afraid I'm going to have to, maybe this time. But, you know, maybe we could all get to lunch together, the three of us, if you'd like.
Dr. Phillips?
Well, I'd love to. That's if you scheduled a lunch break for me.
A whole hour.
Fine. Then where are we going to go?
Well, you two will have to decide that. You see, I've got my own lunch over here in the paper sack, so I won't be joining you.
You heard me. I'm going to sue Redland and the Chronicle.
On what grounds, Charles? You certainly can't establish a burden of proof for slander or libel.
He wrote about Miriam against my will.
Charles, that article just states the fact that Miriam is missing.
Well, find something else then. You're the lawyer, not me.
You want me to get this?
No, I'll get it. Hello?
Just listen, pal. That Chronicle was a real dumb idea.
No, now wait. Listen, I can explain. I didn't have anything at all to do with that.
You just went to one of the reporters, or maybe even the police, huh?
I didn't, I swear. I haven't even talked to the police.
You know something? I had you pegged for a real smart old man. But you're not smart at all, Carpenter.
Don't hurt Miriam, please. Is she all right?
Yeah, so far she is.
About the money. I'll have it soon, all of it, I promise you.
Yeah, that's good. Why don't you just get one of your good old cop friends to deliver it?
I didn't go to the police. I wish you'd believe me.
Look, I'm all out of garbage bags, Carpenter. But for Miriam's sake, I'll go bust.
No, I'll do anything you ask, anything.
That's what I want to hear. Because it's up to you whether or not I go shopping, Carpenter.
No, wait, I need to. Would you please get rid of whoever that is?
Charles, you just try to relax. Oh, Sergeant, baby, this is a bad time.
Talk to Carpenter. Mr. Carpenter?
Sergeant Brubaker, what are you doing here?
Well, I figure you've had a chance to look at the Chronicle. It's time we talked about your daughter.
I have nothing to say about my daughter, Sergeant Brubaker.
Mr. Carpenter, have you got some kind of ransom note or something like that?
Hey, but hold on here a second. Sergeant, you seem to be presuming that there's been a kidnapping here.
If you have, It'd be in your best interest and your daughter's best interest to let the police take care of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, Miriam is in England with my grandson.
I thought your private detective said that she wasn't, Webster.
Well, I mean, England's a big country. A lot of ground for one man to cover. McCormick's probably working his way along the channel by now.
And what about Gene Redlin? Huh? Why'd you tell him not to print that article about your daughter?
Webster, you know my rights. I don't have to take this kind of interrogation.
That's right. You don't. But I'm going to tell you one thing, Mr. Carpenter. There have been countless cases where the ransom was paid and the victim turned up dead. All because the police were not brought in.